How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 21 Chapter 2. This is Season 21 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 2. In this episode, we will be analyzing the structure of a retrocausal event. In past episodes, we gave examples of a particular kind of retrocausal experience. In this episode, I would like to provide two more examples, and analyze the structure of the experience. For this episode, I will be referring to the experience as a retrocausal thought chain. Such chains are sequential thoughts which begin internally looking and end anchored by some form in the environment. These examples all have a proximate or internal cause and a terminating or anchoring external cause, called the cause in fact. The proximate cause temporally precedes the thought chain. The cause in fact terminates it. For example, one night while conversing with a female friend you made an offhand comment about how you hope that the situation in Ukraine doesn't lead to nuclear war. The next day, you are driving down the highway, when you think of this comment. Your thoughts turn to imagining or visualizing a nuclear war on the horizon, thinking that you are near a big city, and would be caught in the midst of it, because of your driving trip. These thoughts, of nuclear war, your location, Ukraine, and your conversation with the friend, all culminate in the moment that a vehicle passes you, with the bumper sticker, Ground Zero, a brand. Now, the proximate cause of these thoughts was the conversation with the friend the night before. This is an internal state which associates the thought with nuclear war. The cause in fact, was the bumper sticker, reading, Ground Zero. In effect, the connection between your thoughts of the night before and the present moment, was that bumper sticker. Because the thought chain began with an internal thought, it proceeded to converge in association to the content of the bumper sticker. Essentially, your thoughts leading up to seeing that bumper sticker were causally directed by the content of that external association. This tells us a few things. 1. Retrocausal chains always have a proximate or ersatz cause. The cause that we tell ourselves was the original temporal cause of the thought chain, which preserves in us the illusion that the chain is temporally linear, forward in time. 2. That proximate cause will be embedded in past experiences, which are recent, and will be associated with another individual. This occurs because thoughts pair. And the proximate cause because its internal must originate with some pairing to another. 3. The actual cause, or cause in fact, will be some external form, which gives the chain its causal impetus, its origination, but retrotemporally. Thus, the manner by which we get from the proximate cause to the cause in fact is in accordance with the meaning associated with the external cause. The focus on nuclear war or a location finds its root in the phrase Ground Zero, which generates the retrotemporal chain leading back to your conversation the night before. Now, when trying to identify a retrocausal thought chain, it is important to be mindful of your thoughts. When a thought from your past comes into your consciousness, such as in the above example, it is important to look for an anchor to that thought, a physical association in the environment that would retrotemporally explain the spontaneous internal thought. In effect, if you learn to think backwards from external causes to internal thoughts in the past, you can perceive a veritable abundance of external retrocausal chains. As a second example, perhaps the first or proximate cause of the thought chain is a memory associated with a colleague from work, female, and a client, or customer. This leads to a thought about a movie character that shares some quality with the customer. Then leads to the idea of a bear. Finally, you see a sign on the side of the highway with a bear on it. The bear is the cause in fact of the thought chain. The memory of the coworker is the proximate cause. The manner by which your mind goes from the external cause to the internal is tailored to the convergence of the two thoughts according to the associations. In other words, there are two kinds of thoughts: temporally linear or regular causal. Most thoughts which begin with an external association and end with an internal memory. These thoughts follow the grain of external to internal causation, according to the arrow of time. And second, there are external to internal retrocausal thoughts, which go contrary to the arrow of time. In the first kind, the proximate cause and cause in fact are the same. In the second, They are distinct and at opposite ends of the thought chain. It is possible to witness these retrocausal chains because in the second case, the proximate cause is spontaneous, lacking in clear internal causation. Thus, when internal memories or states occur spontaneously, without apparent association, it is possible to identify them as retrotemporally caused, before the anchoring form appears, and follow them down the chain to the source. As said in a previous episode, consciousness is causally invariant and follows the arrow of time despite retrocausality. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.